Hey, Nick from Opinionmeter here today to talk briefly about pages inside of surveys. Pages are a very useful tool for keeping your survey organized. They also do have some implications in data output, especially respondent level reports. So as you can see for this demo, I've created a simple survey with a few pages worth of questions asking about tobacco and alcohol use. I have a page to collect preliminary information, I have a page to collect demographic information, and then I have pages for tobacco and alcohol use as well. I've combined this with a bit of advanced branching logic. Advanced branching logic is a very useful tool. As the name implies, it's a little bit more complex than simple branching logic, but it does allow for things like sending users back through the survey or allowing the branching logic to actually look back through the survey at multiple criteria to determine where a user should go. It's great when combined with things like demographic questions. So it's definitely something that our more advanced users should check out. We have some great videos in our library on that. A bit more about pages. There are two page types in Survey Manager. You can have both a question type page, which we see here, as well as an information type page, which allows you to display text. This shouldn't be confused with the information page question type, which allows for things like embedding HTML in YouTube videos and Flash videos and such. So adding pages to your survey is as simple as adding questions. You have a page drop down here, and you can choose to do things like add a page before or after, or delete or edit a page. You can also reorder the pages in your survey through the page ordering option at the top of your screen, and you just pick a page and use these arrows to move it up or down. Please note that doing this may cause issues with your branching logic, so just be aware of that when you're using that feature. So all of this is combined with one other feature, which is this checkbox up here at the top of the screen, which allows you to determine whether your survey will display a single question per page or an entire page per screen. Right now this functionality is limited only to the online modality, but in the near future will be available in our native apps on Android, iOS, and Windows 8 Mobile. When this box is unchecked, the user will see an entire page of data on their screen at one time. The caveat to that is if a question has branching logic, that will be the last question that the user sees on their screen. This is because the system needs to determine where to send them next. Obviously we couldn't display both options that they'd see with branching because they might scroll down and answer erroneously and things like that. So let's go ahead and take a look at this survey from the user's perspective. And as we can see here, I've now got a page with 3 questions on it instead of 1. And I can fill in this information. For example, I'll go ahead and put my name in here and the day and time. As you can see, I've got questions here that limit the user to only a day, time, or email input. And I'm going to select that I do not use tobacco and that I do consume alcohol and hit next. And now I'm going to be asked some demographic information. If you remember correctly from the previous screen, I've got advanced branching logic at the end of this page that will send the user through the survey to the proper page. So I'm just going to select my options here and hit next. And now you can see I'm just taken to the alcohol page. I've skipped all the tobacco stuff because I've selected that I didn't use tobacco. Again, it's nice because it just displays that page. And I will select my options here, and I'm done with the survey. As I mentioned earlier, pages do also have some implications in data output. So let's go ahead and take a look at a report where pages are used to split the data. So as you can see here, I've generated a respondent level report based on my survey. And I'm going to now select the option to export it to PDF. And when I do so, I can see that my PDF report is split up by my pages as well. This is really useful when you combine it with features such as hide unanswered questions or the ability to limit your reports to certain questions. For example, if you have some sort of audit or checklist and maybe a certain department is only interested in a certain set of questions, you can break it up as such. So that's a bit about pages and how you can use them in Survey Manager to both impact your data input and your data output. Again, they're a very useful tool. They have some great implications as far as user experience goes, as well as just keeping your surveys organized. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you have a great day.